Today we're going to talk about something that I did a couple of years ago because I felt like I needed to, so I just did it. Story of my life. Hi everybody. So, you ever want to make a Funko Pop? A few years ago, I used to work for this company called KC Hawaii, and I was blessed to have a job designing merchandise. And what I liked about doing that job was, one, it's creative. Two, I like the idea of putting things in the hands of people that are going to remind them of something that makes them happy. So that was kind of cool. It's kind of like a way of spreading aloha, especially with Hawaii's history. It's really tattered and torn and mixed feelings, and but that's a whole nother scene. Uh, when I was in high school, I came up with this character called Pineapple Man. I never thought it was going to go anyplace. I didn't think it was going to mean anything. Making it, there was something about it, and years later, I had no idea that it was going to change my life. So, fast forward to the mid '90s, and I published a comic book, and we got it out there, and it did well. It was received pretty well, and I thought that was going to be it. And years later, uh, I was poked and prodded to bring him back again. And when I decided to do that, I started thinking about different things. So while I was working for this souvenir company, and I've been really blessed with having that job. I love that job. I can honestly say I loved doing what I did, which is kind of rare because I remember asking people over the years, and what do you do for a living, and how'd you get into it, and more importantly, do you like it? And very rarely, I can think about maybe 5 times, people would say, I love my job. And I would always get excited because, and they look at me like I'm nuts, but I'd always get excited because how often do you hear that? Somebody say, I love my job. And really, you can look them in the face and you can tell that they really do love what they're doing. So when I got this job, it was pretty cool, and I got to design all kinds of different things. And every now and then they show up on TV, or I'll be driving on the freeway and I'll see a car, and I'll go to the mainland and I'll see something that I've had over there, and it's wow, it's just very humbling. So during the whole Funko Pop craze, I thought, man, I want to get a piece of that action. Fortunately, I work for a company that makes little things, and I thought, okay, let's utilize that resource and get some information and see what I can do. So, because I couldn't afford to make a Funko Pop, the next best thing I could do was make a dashboard doll. What's a dashboard doll, you ask? Well, very made famous, and I think in World War II, at least as far as I know, people used to put these hula dolls on top of their aircraft, and they dance, and it'd be like a good luck charm, sort of. So for several years, I have been successful in designing several different hula dashboard dolls, and because I did that, I thought, well, let's apply that to what I want to make. So I came up with this. It's my SD version of my character, Pineapple Man. And it combined something that I designed. It combined a style that I liked, that I know a lot of people are familiar with. And if they sold, great. If they didn't, great. I have a bunch of them. I'm pleased to say that they sold very well, and I've been kind of hoarding some. I release them kind of sporadically when I make appearances here and there at different conventions. I have an annual gallery event called Pineapple Man and Friends, and we bring a couple for pop-up events there. And it's just so nice to see. So I came up with the design. I did my 360 turnaround, and how this process works is, at least it worked then, is you would take your spec drawing and then you'd send it out to the factory. The factory would then make a clay model, maquette, whatever you want to call it, and they would send it to you for your approval. Once it's approved, then they go ahead with the whole painting process, and boom, voila, you have a product. And once you wait, it gets packaged, it gets sent to you, and now you have it. So I just thought I'd share this today because every time I look at it, it makes me crack up. It's so nice when I walk around, Hawaii, and I see him in a car, you know, and sometimes they'll see it in the car of somebody I don't know. So I know that somebody bought it for somebody else and they're spreading that aloha that way. And it's just a kind of a good feeling. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you. And if you have something that you want to do, if you have something that you're thinking about making, you know what? All the information is out there now. We live in a great time where information is right in your hand. You have a supercomputer in your hand pretty much every day. And all you got to do is ask the right questions and you find it. And then it just comes down to money. There's several different ways that you can get your product made. People have done things like kickstarting. They've done fundraising. And thank God, because of the technology, it's a lot more affordable now. So if you want to make something, there's nothing cooler than having an idea come out of your head, either go onto the computer, go onto paper, and then hold it in your hand. All right? So guys, this is my little talk for today. I just want to share my little joy, and I hope you guys are chasing whatever you guys want to chase and making it happen, because if you don't believe in what you're doing, why the hell should anybody else? All right, take care. Aloha.